What's up, guys? Welcome back to another backtesting video. This is backtesting part 6. You guys seem to really enjoy the backtesting videos because you guys say they really help. So I will keep making them. So this is part 6. As you can see, I'm here at 8:30 pre-market. I will be starting at pre-market, and I normally do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but this time I'll be just doing Thursday and Friday. So I'm going to be doing pre-market on Thursday and Friday all the way to 11 o'clock. So here we have this fair value gap. Go on the 30-second, there's two, obviously. If we go on the 2-minute, we have one as well. So I don't really know if I'd want to take one here. But I'm going to zoom in and look on the 30-second. So we have a new fair value gap here. Let's see. Probably have a 1 minute. We have this 1 minute. Probably a 2 minute as well. And then that most definitely a 3 minute. I don't understand why. Alright, I'm gonna zoom in, see if we have something on a lower time frame here. How big is this? It's not that big. 1 minute. Not really anything. But it is pre-market. No, that took internal already. Never mind. I was going to say, because pre-market, the fair value gap doesn't have to be as big, but took internal already. Not taking this one. This one's definitely way too small. So now we're coming back to this 3 minute. We can see if we get this here. We don't get that 3 minute. So we do have this fair value gap here. Both of these. But we don't really have like a liquidity sweep or anything. So no trade there. Now this time we do have a sweep, but no fair value gap. Not on the 30-second anyways. We have a sweep of this. This is probably better. As well as delivery from this. But let me check the 1 minute. No fair value gap. So we'll just keep watching. We get a pump up. We sweep out a lot of this liquidity here. These equal highs, I think. I think they are. So we swept those equal highs. Let's check like the 1 minute, 2 minute. So we have a 2 minute here. Maybe the 3 minute. No 3 minute. There's a 3 minute, but it's way too small to use. So we'd be using this 2 minute. Price just keeps going higher. Alright, nothing there. Nothing so far. I mean, we did have this, but it didn't. It inversed all the way down here. After it already pushed that far down, I wouldn't have taken that. Alright, so now we swept this buy side. Two fair value gaps there. Don't really like this gap. That shows very bad volume, especially when you get the gap like this on the 1 minute. It shows pretty bad volume. So if I go on the higher time frame, we have a 2 minute. No 3 minute. So we do have a 2 minute here. We do inverse this 2 minute. So we do have this 2 minute here. Is a valid setup. Could target here. With break even being here. Let me see. Yeah. The one thing I don't like I already said, is that there's very low volume because of this here. But that doesn't mean that you would completely just not take a trade. So you can enter here with 2 contracts, with a full TP being here, and break even and partials being here. What risk reward is this? That's 1R. So let's see. And then let's just stop out on the next one. Now, I did not take this trade because I was not on my computer. But this is a perfect trade to take a loss on. There is nothing wrong with this trade. So if you were to take a loss like this is a perfect loss to take. And I included this. I knew this was going to be a losing trade, but because I saw this trade. But I included this because there's going to be losses sometimes. So you guys just have to, like, that was what my recent video was on. That's what it was on. How to take losses. But yeah, you see here there would have been a loss here. And then you just keep going on. Right? So keep going. After that loss, do we have any fair value gaps here? We have this 1 minute that we could take. The only problem is we have 9:30 opening soon, so not 100% sure how I'd want to take that. And as well, we didn't get a liquidity sweep here, so I wouldn't want to take a trade off of that. And then price goes down, and then, dang, back up. All right, so go back on the 30-second. We have a 30-second inverse there, but I wouldn't. That's really far in discount, and it's a very big fair value gap. The risk to reward would be very bad on that. So then price goes and dumps down. I think we're really far. Maybe we take out this. All right. And price just keeps dumping. So this would have worked. I know this is like looking back at it, it would have worked. But that's the reason I wouldn't take this and I wouldn't care that it worked is because the internals right here for 0.28 risk to reward. So in order for me to get 2 risk reward, I would have to target all the way down here. I would have to target 75 points for 2 risk reward. 2 risk reward is not worth 75 points. People that go for like 75 point plays are not doing 1 risk reward. But that's besides the point. I just don't like having such a big stop loss because then I have to have such a big target for my risk to reward to be good. So looking for a setup here, definitely for a long because we're in discount. I don't even have to draw out the tool to know that we're in discount. So let's see. Now we get a little dump back down here. We took out this liquidity. And we have both of these for value gaps here. Check the 1 minute. We do have a 1 minute. And we also, I think we have delivery somewhere. Yeah, we have delivery off of this 3 minute if we get it on this 30-second. And then no delivery there. We swept this liquidity. We do have this for value gap here. How big is it? Okay, 9 points. That's good. And price just continues to go down. Nothing there. Price is a little choppy now, but still getting some movement. So now we get a big push up. Is there any fair value gaps we could look for? Still this one, but it's super far to the left. So I don't really know how much I would like that one. Check for a 2 minute. Maybe this one on the 2 minute. if we were to take this 2 minute, we would have to target like for break even before we get to the next fair value gap. But I think there is like a 3 minute fair value gap here. There's a 3 minute as well. So I don't really think I would want to do that, because there's probably going to be a 5 minute too. So price moves up, creates this. Let me go back to here. We create this swing high here. We go through it like that. And now we have these two fair value gaps. Could look to take a short off of this one. No inverse there. Did not mean to do that. All right. So no inverse there. So we get an inverse here. Now the one thing I'm going to look out for is I'm going to check the 1 minute. Do we have a 1 minute? I forgot to point that out earlier. We do have a 1 minute right here. But the 1 minute doesn't show any delivery. So with this inverse fair value gap, or any liquidity sweep. So with this fair value gap, I'd like to see something. So we could have delivery from this 3 minute when we're getting this. So delivery from the 3 minute, inverse on the 1 minute right here. I'll have to go back one actually. One more. So this would be the entry. Sorry about messing some of this up. And we could target here for a full TP if we want, or how I normally do if I don't want to target this far, unless I have multiple contracts. Like if I have 3 contracts, I could do like how I always do. I do partials at 1 if there's no internal, and then full TP at 2R. So partials would be here. And then full TP here. So we can enter with 2 here, full TP at 2R. All right, now I'm pretty sure there would be a stop at break even here, because if we go back, we created this new swing high here. So now this would be a new stop loss at break even. Let me see. So price hit it and came back. So we would have gotten stopped at break even there. Right? Boom. That would have been a stop at break even. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. There we go. I wanted to get rid of the thing. Alright. Wait. I gotta go back. Now we have another one here that we could get a re-entry off of. How big is this? 3.5, 3.75, my bad. So almost 4. Very subjective if you want to take this or not. But we do have delivery off this 3 minute still. We even came back and wicked into it here. We do have a liquidity sweep as well. And we also have delivery off of this fair value gap here. So this one would be a pretty good trade. Everything would be good except for the fact that it's such a small fair value gap, and it did close pretty far down. But here, again, targeting 1R for partials. This would be break even. This will be partials, and this will be full TP. And so far we have 1 break even and 1 loss. So now enter in full TP here. And then boom, just like that, that would be stop loss break even, close 1 contract, and boom, full TP. Now, like I said, you can target liquidity if you have more than, like for me, it's if I have more than 2 contracts. So then now it would be a break even, a loss, and a win. So you'd be up on the day, right? Because your losses about 500, wins about 1,000 with 2 contracts, depending on like your stop loss or whatever. But that's how much I risk on an eval. So that's what I'm basing it off of. I normally use about 2 contracts depending on how big the stop loss is. So here we take out this liquidity. Do get an inverse here, but I wouldn't take a trade off of that because there's a 1 minute and it's here and it's 2 and then the 2 minute as well. So not taking that. Now we do get another sweep down here. Let's see. We do have these fair value gaps on the 30-second, but I'd rather see if we get a 1 minute. We do have a 1 minute here. But price just keeps pushing down. We do have another fair value gap here, 2 of them, and then we have 2 of them on the 1 minute as well. Same fair value gap on both. Okay, I'm going to see if it inversed on the 1 minute. It inversed on the 1 minute. Let me turn this on real quick. See if we have any equal highs or lows here. No. Okay, good. All right. I don't even know if that indicator works on backtesting. Hopefully. 2R. I forgot to do the 1R, so I'm just going to do this. Wrong one. All right. Partial at halfway, which would be 1R. Enter in here. 2 contracts, full TP here. See real quick. Is there a 2 minute? There is a 2 minute. Okay, the 2 minute inversed. I would enter off this 2 minute actually. And then some retracement. Okay, would be stopped out there. Now, one thing I do want to check. So that would be a stop out. One thing I do want to check actually, because this is one thing I have been doing recently. I'll enter, and then after this, I would move my stop loss to break even. I do check the lower time frames now. Like you'll see here, we swept this internal. After that, I would have moved my stop loss to break even, and then that would have been a break even there. I think I took this trade on in my Discord, in my live. But and I think that's how I played it. But yeah, so I do watch out for those two. Sometimes you can get stopped out early if you do that method when you check the lower time frames. It happens to me sometimes. I get stopped out early because of that. But it saves me sometimes too as well. So it's really up to you what you want to do. I'm just back testing how I trade. So boom. Let me get rid of this. We have this fair value gap here on the 30-second. See if we have a 1 minute. We do have a 1 minute. Do we have a liquidity sweep? Kind of. We have that. And doesn't even matter. We took internal already. So no trade there. So we really should be at 1 loss, 1 win, and 2 break evens. Or I would be, based on the way I trade. All right. So here we get a sweep of this, and then we get delivery as well from the 1 minute, as well as other time frames. We have delivery from this 30-second as well, if you want to just do that one. And then we have these 2 fair value gaps that we can combine right here. Oh, no way. All right, that we can combine. Let's see if we have a 1 minute. We do. We have this 1 minute. Delivery. No liquidity on this time frame anyways. Price pushes higher. Maybe get some delivery off of this very last fair value gap here. Let's see if we get a liquidity sweep here. Maybe get a setup. Okay, we have one more leg up here. And it's already 11. So that would have been 2 break-evens, 1 win, and 1 loss. After that win, I probably would have gotten off because 3 trades is a lot. And I don't normally get off if I get 2 break-evens because I didn't lose or win. And break-even, I just normally stay on after those. But yeah, so after that win and that loss and the break-even, I probably would have gotten off. But yeah, so this is how it would have played out. 2 losses, or 1 loss, 2 break-evens, and a win. Now I'll go on to the next day. Not 9:30, 8:30. Again, starting in pre-market. So we do have this fair value gap right here. And I don't really like how we have this fair value gap as well up here. So I'm not going to take this one. We could look on the 1 minute. And the 1 minute does have a fair value gap, but is very tiny. So I don't really want to take this one. What I'll do is I'll keep watching. And we get a liquidity sweep here, as well as delivery from this 30-second. So now I'm interested in this long. Well, I would have to combine these two. See if we have a 1 minute here. We do have a 1 minute. So right here, let's see. No inverse. All right, we get an inverse, but we take this internal liquidity. So right there, I would have no trade. We'll go back on the 30-second now. See if we get something. All right, right here, after this liquidity sweep, we actually get something like right away. We get a short here on this fair value gap. We don't have a 1 minute fair value gap there. So based off this 30-second, we have a liquidity sweep. And we can target here. Let's draw this out. I'm not really worried about this being only 2 points because we're in pre-market. So there's generally lower volatility or lower volume. So price doesn't really move as much. And for 2.44 risk to reward, I'll target right here. Because this one is not too far. Like I said, I like to target about 2R. So like the other one was 3.6. So I wasn't going to target that. But this is 2.4. So I'm willing to have that as my full TP, even with only 2 contracts. So break even is going to be here. Partial TP is going to be right here at 1 risk reward. So enter here with 2 contracts. Full TP here. Now let's see. All right, we push down. Now right here, stop loss at break even. Then right there, close 1. Keep the stop loss at break even. And let's see. Oh, almost hit full TP. Now right there, you would have hit TP already if you had 2R. And price retracing. We come back down again. Let me move this over. And don't hit the TP again. And break even. So that would have been break even right there if you didn't target 2R. So that would have been a partial or a full TP depending on how much you want to target. So either way, that is a winning trade, at least a little bit of profit or a full TP of 2R. So now I'm going to clean this up and we will continue from there. Where was it? It was right there. Okay, this is where we were. Now here we have a liquidity sweep. Let me go on the 1 minute. We do have not delivery from that 1 minute, but we do have delivery from this 30-second here. And do we have a 1 minute fair value gap? We don't have a 1 minute. So we can combine these, or at least just maybe use the bottom one. You can either combine them if you're willing to target a lot farther for your full TP. Like for pre-market, this much, see, like you can see is not like a lot, but it's a decent amount. So I'll combine these because it's not too big. I'll have to put my stop loss here. All right, now I'll enter with 2, targeting 2R, so I'll use this to see where 1R is. Full TP here, and break even is going to be right here. All right, now don't really like that reaction there. My new break even is going to be right here. All right, now right there, stop loss at break even. Almost touched the break even. Dang. And then right there, close 1. Stop loss still at break even. And comes back and hits our break even. So boom, that would have been 2 partially winning trades or 1 full TP with 1 partial, depending on what you targeted for the first trade. And now I'm going to go back again, clear this out. Let's say you missed that trade. Now we have this right here. We have these 2. Let me check the 1 minute, see if we have a 1 minute. We do have a 1 minute fair value gap here. But then we also have a 2 minute, no 2 minute. I wouldn't want to combine all of these. I really wouldn't want to combine all of those. That 1 minute. This 1 minute down here. Because we do sweep a lot of this. I'm trying to figure out how I would want to take this. I wouldn't want to combine both of these. But if we take this, we'll get to break even right here. Or I would probably do break even right here. Because we are inside of that 1 minute fair value gap. So enter here. About a 30 tick stop. 2R. And break even really quickly right here. Because of the fact that we are in this 1 minute. So enter in here. Full TP at 2R. And partial at 1R. And break even right here. So boom, right there. Stop loss at break even. And then stop at break even. All right. Now let's see how this plays out. Let me fix this. Actually, before I do that. All right. So price comes back down. So again, if you would have taken that off of here, you would have been break even. Then if you would have taken off that 1 minute, it rejected that second 1 minute. That's again why I wouldn't want to take the 1 minute, because I have to combine both of these. And on top of that, the 30-second is pretty risky, but I did draw it out like I was taking it. But again, I played it super safe with the break even super close. Now we do have a new liquidity sweep here of these equal lows. Actually, wait. I'm sorry. I didn't even notice this. Equal lows here. I would not have taken this trade. Equal lows. Now the equal lows are swept. So now I would be looking at this 30-second here. no 1 minute. So only looking at this 30-second with a break even here. If we get this, this is what I would have it like. Full TP here for 2.2 R. And a break even here, and a partial at 1 R right here. So no inverse, no inverse. Now the new break even would be right here. Let me fix this. So new break even would be right here, and we'll see what happens. Inverses and takes out that break even right there. So no trade, and it's a full TP, which sucks, but it was an invalid trade, so not mad about missing that, because we'll always get good setups in the future, like some of the other setups we've seen in this video already. I'm going to clear some of this out. And we do get an inverse of this, but there is no real setup. I mean, you could say delivery off of here, but I wouldn't take this. It just doesn't look good. Like the volume's horrible. There's gaps in between all of these. I would just wait for 9:30 market open, because we're getting closer to that. If you would have taken it, you would have gone stopped out at break even after sweeping these equal highs. If you would have taken this short after sweeping those highs, you would get stopped out. Or no, you would be break even after hitting this, sweeping the internal. So I'm going to go until we get closer to market open, but we do see this big move up. Let's see, there's two fair value gaps on the 1 minute. Nothing really to take a trade off of there, so no trade. Let's keep playing this out. Probably once we get this close, I'll wait for the 9:30 market open candle so we don't get messed up, because as you see with this next 9:30 market open, big move. That'll mess you up if you're in a trade. So here, waiting to see some better price action, because right now this price action doesn't really look that good since market opened. We like the volume, but we don't like how it's kind of not like moving in a certain way. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Here we do get an inverse of this, but we are very far in premium, so I wouldn't want to take this. And if you connected them, it would be really big for a stop loss, so I wouldn't take this. All right, now we get a sweep of this buy side, and as you can see, if you connected them, your trade would be winning right now. But if you didn't connect them and you did it like this, you would have gotten stopped out. So that's why I didn't really like that one. But we do get this sweep, and we have this fair value gap here. Let me check the 1 minute. No 1 minute. So we have this 30-second. We inverse it here. $40 tick stop loss. This would be my full TP for this trade. And first TP and break even at 1 R right here. Let's see. Enter with 2. And then the stopped out right there. So that's a losing trade after getting those 2 wins and a partial. I think it was 1 win and 2 partials, I think. I'm not sure. But that's why after getting those wins, I would just get off. But because there's no reason to take any more trades. But let me see. Oh, it was this 2 minute. I should have checked the 2 minute, not just the 1 minute. So it shouldn't have been a trade there. That's my fault. But I did draw that out, so I'm not going to take that off the thing. Let's see. This is what bad price action looks like, because it's just like there's no bodies to the candles. Candles aren't really doing anything. They're just going sideways. And then we just get a dump here. Let's see about that 2 minute, but it did close really far below. Didn't take internal, but it closed really far below. Could take off this 1 minute. Break even would have to be right here, which is really close. 100 tick stop loss. So you'd have to target all the way down here. Break even here. And first TP at 1 hour. Alright, let me check the 30-second real quick. So on the 30-second, we took internal. So for me, let me go back here. For me, right here, I would have moved my stop to break even after seeing that. And then I would get stopped at break even. This trade could still work out. Okay, it didn't. But that's why I watch the lower time frames. Like I say, sometimes it'll stop you out early for break even. But I'm willing to have a higher win rate for missing out on some of those wins. So here we come back to this 2 minute and this 1 minute for value gap here. Let me delete some of these. This 2 minute, I gotta go back to here. All right. This 2 minute and this 1 minute. Oh, and it's a 30-second right here. And we could get a short here. Check the higher time frame. We have a 2 minute. We're not delivering from anything anymore now. So there would be no trade here. There is a long, possibly delivering from this. Delivering from this 1 minute. Inversing at the 30-second. No inverse. Alright, so we do get an inverse of this here. Even though 1 minute. But there's no liquidity here, no delivery, no liquidity sweep or no delivery. So I wouldn't take any trade here. We take out this, at least. It's not even there on the 2 minute. We take that out. We do have these 30 seconds here. It's basically this 1 minute, this 1 minute up here. See if we get it. Nope, we just take out this liquidity. Go back on the 30-second. I prefer to have my entries on the lower time frame. That's why I keep going back to the 30-second in between. So this is a 2 minute here. Check the 30-second. No setups there. This is, like, again, what we don't like. Just the sideways price action. Nothing there on the 1 minute. Check this 2 minute. We do sweep this again on the 2 minute. And we just dump. Okay. Now we don't even... Do we even sweep this? for a setup. We do barely sweep it. So there is a setup for this 30-second. Though I didn't draw it out, so I'm not going to go back and draw it out like I took it on the back testing. But this was a valid setup. It did sweep it by 1 tick. We'll keep going. 1 minute, maybe a 2 minute. We do have a 2 minute here. We swept this. And when it inverses, it just takes out everything. So no setup there. Now we have this with a liquidity sweep. We also have that on the 1 minute. Delivers from it. Is that an inverse? It is an inverse by 1 tick. I don't really know if I would like taking ones that inverse by 1 tick. Oh wait, doesn't matter if I like it or not. We can't take it. It did that. Took the internal. Don't really think, based on the rest of the price action in this day, I don't think there's anything. Yeah. It would, this day just looked like it was like chopping and then dump and then push up and then chop. Same like here. It was chopping here, dumped, chopped for like 4 or 5 candles here and then pushed up, pushed back down, chopped. Like, just not good price action. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys found this video to be helpful, leave a comment. If you guys want to, leave a like. Any suggestions, leave them in the comment section as well. Join my Discord. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.